What is going on, everybody? It is Sammy here, back again from Built to Thrill at Stalker, and thought I'd give you guys a quick update, as in where we're kind of at and like how things are going. So if you guys haven't seen the most recent Stalker exclusive, we covered a lot of the station and like what was going on over there in this general area. But today I kind of wanted to cover over what's going on over here. So yeah, there's more people to join. What's going on, everybody who's joining right now? Like I was saying before, we're just gonna kind of cover what's going on over here, as in the Stalker exclusive the other day we covered on what's going on over there. If you guys are curious as to when episode 3 is coming out, I wouldn't expect for probably another week and a half or so. I don't want to kind of overbear things with like if we don't have enough going on. So yeah, I wouldn't expect that for a little bit. But so over here, obviously, like I was saying, all the station railings are up, and I'll probably go over there in a bit, maybe. All the station railings are up, though. The roof is up, and it looks really great. Obviously, we have to get the op panel in. Hopefully, that'll be sooner than later. I was working on the car a little bit today, just kind of getting the upstops working. We still got to get the springs for the side so it works out and everything. But yeah, so far it's coming out pretty good. You can see the lower deck was finally added, and yeah, it's about time. So over here, as you can see, we are working on the track for the spike, and on the turn, I wouldn't expect that track to be done for probably like a week or two, just because we're waiting on what's going to go on with steel. The steel should be ordered soon, cross fingers. I know I've been saying that for a while now, but yeah. So if you guys have any questions, please put in the chat below. But so I was working on the topper over here. There's still about one more layer to go on, and then I have to fix the top layer over here because there's only one layer right now, so we need 3 layers there. Over here, this is, I know it's kind of a weird angle right here, but that's the railing for the queue. There's gonna be another railing over here, and then obviously a railing will be around on the other side. The only thing is I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet with the off axis because I don't want anyone to hit the railing. But I guess that'll be a conversation for a later day, so you can, I'm sure it'll be in a Stalker exclusive at some point. But again, if you guys have any questions, please put in the chat below. So what I was saying earlier is, so also the catwalk is being worked on. You could see over there and over here, all the catwalk itself is on, but we need the little ridges that you can kind of see are up on the first 2 over there, but they need to be put on the whole thing. And that'll kind of help us if there's ever a problem on the lift hill, or if we have to ever get up to the top of the spike quickly. So yeah, and we were working on the upstops earlier. I'm gonna set this here a little bit. We're working on the upstops earlier, so that way the car rolls a little bit better. The only thing we're waiting on now is we got to get oh my god, what is it called, springs, to be able to make sure the thing doesn't turn too much, because that's been the problem with the upstops, and they've been hitting the side. So obviously, once that's in and the turn is done, we can kind of start rolling it through the track. Obviously, we did some gauge testing a couple months ago now. Wow, it's been a while. But yeah, and so the letters for the sign are done, and that should be arriving soon. They just got to get all put together and welded, and then we'll prime them and spray paint them, and everything it'll make it look nicer. I don't see any questions in the chat so far, but yeah, I guess I'll just keep talking here. So as you can see, the bottom station was cleared, and that kind of means that electrical is going to be going in soon, along with the actual motor of the coaster. So once the motor's in, we can kind of start getting it to the top. I think we're going to have to pull it to the top at some point before then, but there's going to be a hole on the top station, so that way the full chain can go through and up and around, which that'll be quite the system to work out. And hopefully, I believe the op panel will be going in like within the next week. So I just got to cut up the sides and put those on. That way it's all good. The station roof now is waterproof. It's kind of hard to see it from here, but there's like steel on the top, so that way the water can't get in. Can you push the car? Yeah, when I get down there in just a little bit, I will go and push the car, because now I can, just because I fixed the upstops a little bit better. But if you have any other questions, please put in the chat below, because I'll be answering them for probably the next 10-15 minutes. You could see the Black Stallion cars over there. Now that'll be used for theming at some point. I know I've been getting a lot of questions about why it's still out here and why it just hasn't been scrapped or put away. So yeah, it'll be used for theming somewhere in the coaster. Hint, hint, behind the turn. But yeah, so the catwalk should be finished soon. That's what I was covering before. We still have a little bit more railing to do on the top of the stairs over there, and we still need a better system to get up to the top of the spike back here. But if you guys are interested in riding this year, at all, I believe that the application for the film shoot will be coming out next month around this time. Yeah, in just about a month from now. So if you guys are interested in riding, you can always apply to do that. If not, opening day, well, there'll be some kind of other application to do that. It was cool if it was 2 cars together. Unfortunately, our station isn't big enough to do 2 cars, and also we don't want to have the cars like bump into each other. But 2 people can ride this roller coaster, so the efficiency won't be awful, and the chain should get it to the top within 10 to 15 seconds, which is pretty good. So yeah, it won't be too bad with ops and stuff. If you have any other questions, please put in the chat. But yeah, what else have we gotten to over here? I believe, like I was saying, the bottom station over there has been getting some work done, so the platform is there. Now we just got to get the stairs put on and the railings put on, and then there's going to be a little op panel going over there. The sign will get some lights and stuff, and the whole thing is going to look really cool once it's fully finished. And we're kind of in like that wintry stage where it's harder to do more work at a time. But like come February, there'll be a lot of things going on, and we're trying to get as much done as possible so we can just get it done. I believe the idea is to open spring of this year, so probably like I'd expect early May is when we're looking at. But I didn't say that, so. And what else do we got going on? Hi to everyone who's joining right now. Obviously a lot of cleanups been going on. Some bags over here, and just other things to make the site look a little bit better, just because obviously we are opening sooner than later. It's officially this year we're opening, so keep on the lookout for more things about that. Obviously put a little teaser out the other day, just kind of saying that we're opening this year at some point soon. So yeah, a lot of fun things are happening here. So yeah, if you have any questions, please put in the chat below. If not, I'll kind of go do a walk around in a minute. But yeah, lots of fun things happening over here. Also, if there's any other content you want to see coming to the YouTube channel, please let me know, because I'll definitely take in requests and stuff, and what people want to see, I'm going to go by that. But yeah, so if there's no other questions, I'll just go walk around for a bit, just kind of show it off, and then from there we'll end the stream after that. So bear with me as I'm trying to get down here. This is not the ideal catwalk yet, but yeah, you can see more of the track's been put on all the way to the top over here. Still got about 2 more layers up there, and then one more layer down here. And obviously it's got to connect to the turn, because you could see that it kind of ends there, and then the turn ends over there. So it's close, but it's not exactly there yet. So while I'm walking down this, I'm not talking Shadow Stalker related for a minute, but obviously if you guys have been watching the channel for a bit, we are doing the Comet Junior other coaster after Shadow Stalker, so I'd be on the lookout for more content about that coming up soon, just kind of talking about it. So I'm going to go to the station, and then I know one of the questions was to push the car just a little bit. So here's the bottom station again. Fully clear now. I know there's a lot of wood down here and everything, but you can really see floor. So over here, this is the main breaker box. Opens up. The breakers are right there. They haven't been put in yet. But yeah, so we wanted to get the electrical work started, which is pretty cool. Over here, going up the stairs. Obviously, there's no railing here yet. That'll be put on soon. So coming up to the station, you can see all the railings on. The track, there's going to be a big hole right there for the cable to come up and around. So here are the lights. I'll turn them on for a second. So that covers the station pretty well at night. So I really don't think we're going to need any other lights up here, besides maybe some like other cool ones or whatnot, but nothing like too crazy. But yeah, so if you have any other questions, I see a question in the chat right now. Is the track design based on a hybrid coaster? No, we're still going like the very wooden style, But you could see some other manufacturers such as GCI still use like the cool fun elements like the outer bank, or the off axis. I mean, they don't use it as often, but it has been used on kind of like maybe like the little like pre-section of the lift and other things like that. And the idea is just to make the coaster itself crazy, but we do take inspiration from other manufacturers too, such as RMC. That's probably where you got the off axis from. But yeah, so let's go down here for a minute. The station is really tall though, as you could see. The roof is pretty high up, but it's covered pretty well, so really no worry about rain getting rained on up there, basically. I know someone asked me to push the car a little bit, so I'll do that for a second. Obviously, there's no grease or steel on it, but it does roll, which is pretty cool. And it's a very secure design, so no worry about it coming off the track or anything. Here's the off axis. But yeah. And so here's where the old trench area was. And this is where the little bunny hop is. This, I think, might be the best moment of the ride because of how fast you're going. And then you're going to go slamming into the turn, which will be a lot of fun. But yeah, so I think there was something in the chat. Will you have an inversion in a future coaster, or at least an overbank? I guess we'll see. Obviously, we really can't do it on these smaller design coasters, but I know it would be pretty cool, and there are ways to do it. I just don't think it might be with our wooden concept that we have going on here. Obviously, the wooden concepts, as you could see, can do pretty crazy things like the outer bank, and we can go probably even more extreme than this. But this coaster just simply isn't big enough, and we need to do a bigger coaster. And I guess we're going to kind of test the limits this summer with the Comet Junior, so stay tuned for that. And we'll just kind of see how the track work goes. And we might even use a little bit more of the coaster style track. This is like 1x4 and 1x6. You might actually go to do 2x4 and 2x6, or 2x6 and 2x8. So I guess we're going to kind of see how this summer goes. So stay tuned for that. And another thing in the chat, do you have any ideas for rides after Comet Junior? Unfortunately, I cannot disclose what's going on after the Comet Junior, and we're going to kind of limit it to showing off these two projects so far. But there are other things in the works right now, and we're talking with other people, and I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised with what else we have going on here. So yeah, lots of fun stuff happening here at Built to Thrill, and you can always contact us if you're ever like inquiring about how to build a backyard roller coaster, you want anyone else like us to do it or anything. So yes, an outer bank. The outer bank is so sweet. Yeah, it is pretty cool. The off axis is gonna be definitely one of the better parts of the ride, and I'm very excited to actually try it out. So yeah, it's gonna be very exciting. If you have any other questions, please put in the chat below, because I will be answering them for the next probably 5-10 minutes max. So I know there was a couple of videos planned for last week that never actually made it to the scheduling. That was because our Shadow Stalker episode, what was it, 2, got delayed because of we had to do a couple minor edits to it, so that took a little bit longer, and then we got really busy, so I didn't really get to finish the other 2 videos. Now the idea is to get the other 2 videos, which were how to build a backyard roller coaster foundation. That's been in the process for months upon months now. I wanted to do that video, and I was like, I'm gonna hold it off, and then things started moving, and then it kind of slowed down again. So that will get probably redone this week, and I think it will finally come out. The other thing is all the Built to Thrill 2022 plans and things you can kind of expect. So yeah, we're going to get those 2 videos out this week, and I think there'll be other videos, one on the Comet Junior too, because I know people have been questioning about it. And I think I'm going to answer these couple questions in the chat. How much does this coaster cost so far? I don't want to answer that just because it's going to vary by the end of the process, and I think disclosing something like that, I don't want to scare people of how much things are, how little things are. So that might be a question more like if you wanted to email us, you can ask us that, but I don't want to say it in front of everyone just because I don't want to worry anyone. But yeah, there's something else in the chat. Can you show how you're gonna cut out the planks out at the turn. That could be definitely a video for another day, but unfortunately our turn is almost done, and I will get some video of Jack doing that once he comes back and we're finishing up the turn. So if you're interested in that, yeah, we can definitely do a little segment on that. Do you have any good tips for building a backyard roller coaster? There's going to be a video coming out this week on how to build a backyard roller coaster foundation, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And we'll do more video, and if that is a success, we will do more videos like that. And in the Shadow Stalker exclusives, I've kind of like gone through the process of building one, so definitely take a look at that and just kind of how we did it. If you have any other questions, though, you can also Instagram message me or email me at BlackStallionBRC, and you can message me Built It Thrill on the Instagram. Other question: do you use FVD or no limits to profile the coasters before making it? We use Vectorworks, which is a CAD software, and that kind of helps us go through it. But we also do show it. We also do kind of check it out on like the different roller coaster software in like Planet Coaster and No Limits. We do check it out on those just to kind of see if it would work and things like that. But yeah, if you have any other questions, please put in the chat below, because we do a lot of different things like that. Do you use SolidWorks? No, I use Vectorworks because I think it just kind of helps out with like the curvature of the coaster, and then we just test it out in No Limits and Planet Coaster to make sure our profiling is good. But we always check it out. The car is very tight, so we don't have to worry about it not making it over or like getting stuck or anything. So yeah, we're always kind of checking out things like that. Any other questions, though, please put in the chat. I'm on the top of the station right now, so the roof is definitely a lot higher than I am. But yeah, you could see the different like metal plates we put on here just to kind of stand on. Just makes it a little bit safer. Just kind of like knowing the safety areas of the actual dispatch zone. So yeah, and then the op booth is going to go right here. But any other questions, please put it in the chat below, because we will be working on doing that for probably the next 2 to 3 minutes. So if there are no more questions, though, we will end it here. But yeah, here's just another view of the spike with the more track on. It's looking really good so far, so yeah. But I do not see any more questions, so thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out again here at another live. If you guys like more of these, just let me know. Just comment below, whatever you guys want to do. Oh, I do have one more question. Will there be any lights like on Black Stallion? So far there's 2 station lights up there. There's going to be a couple more lights here and there. I don't think we're going to do the side lights like how like the Black Stallion Chaser lights, just because it doesn't really fit with the theme. But we definitely have a cool light package plan, so stay tuned for that. You've done a great job. Thank you so much for all the kind words, everyone. So again, thank you so much for tuning in today, and enjoy the rest of your week and the rest of your Monday, and have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much.